My husband cheated on me and I'm okay with it. On Friday, I 26F caught my husband 32M with his co-worker, in our bedroom. I didn't feel shocked, I had suspected it for a while but he waved it away. After the incident, he had been on his best behavior for 4 days and finally wanted to talk to me about it. I told him I was okay with it, and he was shocked. He cried and was angry, asking if I never loved him in the first place because apparently, he did. I find it extremely ironic, given he was the one who's been cheating on me for over a year. To be clear about the situation, I am not polygamous, polyamorous or interested in having a three-way in any sense. Our life is nice. We pay off the house. No kids yet. I make enough to support myself in case we get divorced. I just don't want to. I like him, and I don't care if he went on a bus of HOKers as long as he doesn't bring home some STD. I'm not interested in sleeping with anyone else, S-timely or romantically, but I don't mind if he has S-time with a dozen of other people as long as he comes at night and sleeps besides me. He has been crying, screaming every time he calls me, because he drove out to the motel after I told him this, saying he hates himself and there is something extremely wrong with me. Update: he's living with his mom, commuting an hour to work, and I've never felt more free. Redditors' reactions, story 2 after. Redditor 1, nice way to say IDGAF. If this is you, then so be it, as long as you are happy. Redditor follow-up, haha right. She pulled the reverse card on him and it really ducked with him. I like her style. Redditor 2, pretty essity of him to pull the victim card when he was the unfaithful one. It's like he wanted you to be more hurt over finding out than you actually were. Redditor follow-up, when my ex told me he had cheated I didn't cry and then suddenly I was the bad guy for not being upset enough. Redditor 3, I'm not worried about the cheating, I'm worried about the drama he seems to want. Redditor follow-up, yeah, I think it's a power play. Maybe he cheats because he enjoys the thrill of getting away with whatever he wants. When he realized his wife doesn't care, suddenly she has all the power. He might wonder if she is actually mad or not and what she could do with the knowledge of him cheating. She could tell his friends or family, or workplace etc. And maybe his wife now scares him. Story 2, I asked my boyfriend why he kept cheating on me. His answer completely broke me. Throw away, so me 30F and my ex-boyfriend 32M were together for over 3 years. After 1 year of us being official, I discovered that he was cheating on me. I was devastated, but I also believe in second chances. I desperately wanted to give our relationship another shot, so I forgave him. That moment kick-started the downward spiral of our relationship. I would discover him cheating on a regular basis with multiple different people. Every time I would confront him, he was honest with me. Because he was upfront, I would always give him another chance. I believed that, because he was honest, what he was doing wasn't that bad. After this catastrophe of a relationship dragged on for the next 2 years, I finally reached my breaking point. 2 days ago, I was in the bedroom and he was in the living room watching TV. I peeked at his phone that was charging on the nightstand. I saw that he had created a new dating profile and was S-timing other women. I felt so defeated. This had happened so many times and I just couldn't figure out why he was hurting me. I came out of the bedroom sobbing and confronted him for the millionth time. He was completely unfazed and just sat there calmly listening to me. I blurted out, "Why are you doing this to me? Don't you love me? I do so much for you. I cook, clean, have S-time with you, support you, everything. What else can I possibly do? Just please tell me, why? He looked me dead in the eye with zero emotion and said, because I know that you won't do anything about it. I don't know why, but what he said opened my eyes for the first time. He was absolutely right. I knew right then and there that I was letting him walk all over me. He didn't need to come up with bullshit excuses, deny it, or even hide it from me. So here I am, sitting alone in my parents' house, feeling like the biggest and weakest loser on the planet. Redditor's reactions, story 3 after. Redditor 1, silver lining, you said boyfriend and not husband and father of my children. Redditor 2, you hit rock bottom, now time to pick yourself up. I know you can do it. Be patient with yourself. You left? That's a huge step, just please don't go back. Redditor 3, so here I am, sitting alone in my parents' house, feeling like the biggest and weakest loser on the planet. But you got yourself out of the situation, though, didn't you? Good job. Redditor 4, you had so many red flags and yet you decided to forgive him and he used that to his advantage. I hope you really dump him after this. You deserve so much better. Story 3, caught my neighbor cheating on her husband of 20 years and I told him about it. I tend to stay up during the nights and last Monday I caught a man leaving our neighbor's house at 5 a.m. This happened 3 days in a row. Her husband is a pilot so he's gone most of the time, plus I got a good look at the man leaving the house and it wasn't her husband. I've lived next to them for 6 years and the husband has always been super nice to me. He even used to give me math classes before I graduated high school and he is generally a cool dude. I made a fake Facebook profile and messaged him about it. I told him that a man had been leaving their house every morning, and that he should ask his wife about it. Turns out I was right. My dad and him are good friends, so he confided in my dad earlier this evening. He told my dad that he had confronted his wife with messages claiming she was cheating when he got home. Apparently she cracked and told him everything. The husband kicked her out earlier today while I was gone. She went to live with her sister who lives not far. No one knows that it's me who told him about it and it'll most likely stay that way. It could be anyone in the neighborhood. I know I should mind my own business but I got cheated on in my previous relationship, so I can't stand cheaters. I don't feel bad at all. Redditor's reactions, story 4 after. Redditor 1, my ex told me to not tell her brother that he was being cheated on. I held it in and watched his girlfriend Tiffany play perfect knowing she was sleeping with his childhood best friend. One Christmas Eve he caught them together on the couch and killed himself. I will always tell now. Redditor follow-up, hol up. So she was silent about her own ducking brother being cheated on. Redditor 2, when we first moved into our property there was a couple 2 doors down that seemed perfect. She was running a home daycare out of the house. He would leave around 7 a.m, kids would start getting dropped off around 7:30ish. The property was immaculately kept. They had a pool off a deck in the backyard and always had people over on the weekends. Then one day he came back about an hour after he left that morning. Turns out she had informed the parents that she had an appointment that day, and wouldn't be open. He walked in and found her with one of the daycare dads. Thing is, he couldn't get mad at her, because he had been binging one of the moms. Within a year they were divorced, and the house was on the market. According to neighbors that have been in the neighborhood longer than we have, not one sane person, couple, or family has lived in that house. Redditor 3, and you shouldn't feel bad, the only person this affects negatively is the cheating wife, duck her. Op answer, true. I'm sure the husband is devastated right now, but I think the earlier he knows, the earlier he can move on and hopefully find somebody else. Story 4, found my boyfriend's Reddit account and discovered he's cheated. Posting on my alt account because I don't want to post this on my main for obvious reasons. Me and my BF have been together for several years and we both use Reddit. I'm aware of his username as he shared some funny memes on his phone from time to time. Well, I guess curiosity got the better of me and I decided to look up his account. Scrolling down, he made a few posts about what to get for an SO, describing someone who is definitely not me, and reading the dates from when it was posted. We were definitely dating when he posted it. Going further still, comments about how much he loves her, spending time with her family, bonding with her dad. Mine is no longer with us. I'm absolutely devastated. I have no idea what to do. Update, decided to be direct and ask him about it. He immediately got flustered, laughed it off and said I must have been mistaken. After dinner I tried double checking the posts, to see maybe if I've made a mistake. The account has since been deleted. Second update, thank you everyone for the kind words and support, it means a whole bunch. I decided to contact a friend who knows the ex, the woman I believe it may be anyway. My friend did some snooping and she found the ex's FB page, which unfortunately is completely locked. You can only see her name. The bombshell is that the ex has changed her surname to my BF's last name. I've spoken to my mother and though she didn't ask any of the gritty details, she's graciously providing me a place to stay for the time being. I've simply told my BF I need some space for a few days and nothing else. I've got some savings, enough to put aside for a deposit. My big brother is coming over to pick me up in less than an hour. Over the next few days I'll be getting my things in order. Until then, I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. I'll try my best to keep you all posted. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. The answer is obvious. Leave his ass. Op answer, I'm planning to, but I need to get my stuff in order. Look for a new place to stay, pack my things etc. I'm going to bounce as soon as I'm able. Redditor 2, you pack your bags and tell him one thing before walking away and blocking every single form of contact with him. I know. Redditor follow up, she should tell him that it's over from her Reddit account commenting on one of his posts of the other woman. Oh, that's good. Redditor 3, it sounds like he's cheating on her too. Op answer, if my assumption is correct and it's the nutjob ex, she's also cheating as she's engaged to someone else. Redditor 4, break up. He'll keep doing it no matter what he tells you, and staying with him just tells him he can get away with treating you like that. Redditor 5, take screenshots and send it to the other girl and her family about him cheating. Maybe she doesn't know of you. If you can't be happy, neither should he. Op answer, I believe the other girl he's describing could be his ex, who is a total nutjob. That's a whole can of worms I just don't wanna deal with if that's the case. Redditor 6, you have been together several years, but he has time to have a whole other partner whose parents he has even met. Is he away for periods of time long enough for this to be possible? Alternative explanations, 1. He lies on Reddit, he has an alter ego and he makes up stories. Why not? He doesn't have to be honest in his posts, right? 2. You have the wrong account. Are you absolutely sure the account you saw on his phone was his and not another account that was posting the memes? 3. For some reason he bought or inherited an account, maybe a friend was leaving Reddit but had karma or coins or something and offered it to your partner. Edit, I didn't really answer your question, ask him what is up with this. Either he can explain it easily, will confess his crimes, or will make some excuse that you don't like. Op answer, he visits his parents on the weekends, they live about an hour away by car. He also goes to work in the office around 4 days a week, the rest he stays home to work. It's definitely his account. His Reddit name is an inside joke between our friend group, a silly nickname he had in high school.